ready. White. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in that Technicolor rainbow in between, this is your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
And we are live here on Blurs and Whiskey.
Oh, man.
So, yeah. We're drinking. You got it.
Drum roll, please.
Is that no? You don't have the drum
you don't have the drum roll?
He doesn't have
There
the
it is. There it is.
And
1800.
ta-da! So, yeah, Trey will be going very easy on this because tequila has a very, very special effect on me.
Me too.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that, especially with what we're going to talk about today on the show.
Yeah.
But first things first.
So, we want to get into these Christmas. Wow. Church announcements. Yeah. So, first things first, let's get into Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue taking place at June 15th at the National Harbor. I bought my tickets yesterday. Tickets for there's two different types of it. You have the first one, which is the VIP Beast Mode session. That's from 12 to 2. And you have the general admission from 2 to 6. And general admission is $40 plus tax. Like I said, Beast Mode is $75 plus tax. For more information, go to beerandbourbon.com. Also, we have this coming Saturday, the Crawl of Thrones, because today is the
series finale.
Yeah. Game of Thrones.
That's why I'm wearing my Game of Thrones shirt, because, I drink and I know
we all know something.
Yes.
It's Crawl of Thrones, taking place over at DuPont Circle on May 25th, 2019. From the time is 2 to 10. We also have BlurCon coming this July, from July 12th to the 14th, that weekend, and it's going to be at the Hyatt Regency, Crystal City, Virginia. Full weekend prices are $55. Also, you can go on blurredcon.com for more information.
Get your tickets, because we're going to get ours.
Yeah, we're going to get ours.
Live and direct.
We also, because we're ready for Spider-Man to come out, because with what happened in... It's been
enough time.
Look at the embargo.
It's time. Iron Man is dead.
Yeah.
Okay, if you've seen Spider-Man, you know that the trailer came out. You cried. I actually didn't cry.
I did.
I didn't. Speaking of crying, I cried last week. All you was throwing shade at me.
Yeah, we'll get home. We're gonna get into that.
Oh, okay. All right.
But continuing on, Spider-Man: Far From Home. We will be watching it at the Next Act Cinema Theater.
Black owned.
Mm-hmm. July 6, 2019, held at 921 Reisterstown Road, Pikesville, Maryland, 21208. And also we don't know what that was.
Okay.
But yes, moving on. We also have merchandise that we are promoting. Be sure to go on to our brand new, what's the name? Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
merch. We have merch now.
The shirts are on the way.
Yeah, the shirt. I just ordered my shirt the other day.
So did I.
Waiting for him to come on in.
We got to see if we on the same one. I want to make sure we ain't not looking like double mint twins up
here. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Really? We're going to bring him over here and he's going to be talking the whole time.
Wow.
Just give it, off-camera guys, ad-libbing, of course. But, it's all about this guy right here. Yeah. And until they bring Miles, bring Miles Morales out. Yeah. Well, I guess they couldn't see it over there, but he's, So it's all about that guy.
But yes, we have hashtag Come Take This Shot. Mm-hmm. We have our fabulous logo on here. So be sure to look on there. We have our own god-dag-on website.
BlursandWhiskey.com has launched. It is full. It is up. It is running, and we are progressing. We're getting things done. Yes. So definitely like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
The website BlursandWhiskey.com. Get our name out there. Get as many people as you can.
You can go and watch old episodes on there. You can go ahead and pick up merchandise. You can go ahead and listen to us via. What's the name? The podcast cast app. You can go on. You got links to everything.
The Facebook and the YouTube, all of the
sites. We trademark now, so we're official.
Trademark.
So we are TM at the bottom.
Speaking of which, we have hit a new milestone. Yes, collectively, we have a combined social media following of roughly 500 people.
Yes.
So
thank you very much.
All. Thank you all. Yes, so I'm not going to clap. It's going to mess up the audio.
I'm sorry.
But We're very happy that you guys are liking us and loving us and sharing us as always. But definitely keep it up.
Big thanks.
What'd you say?
Hangover.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Like I wanted to say, we're very appreciative of all the likes and comments that you have sent. Even if it's negative, we still know that's letting us know that you're watching us and we can build on something big.
Yeah.
So thank you for every single thing, the likes, the shares, the subscribes,
Thank you.
Everything. Thank you very much.
It's truly
also, so Trey has some making up to do because
ain't no. I ain't getting no hands.
I ain't even saying as far as me. I'm saying collectively, he got these hands in MK11. So he says that he's gonna beat my ass.
I will.
And what's his name?
Street Fighter. You ain't even know the daggone game. You ain't even know the name of the game.
I mean,
after the show, he about to catch these hands, and that's it. He said if he can beat me, he gonna.
I understand.
You ain't beat me.
Because he's talking so much.
You ain't beat me. I haven't said anything. I haven't said anything. I just said you gonna catch his hands.
So you didn't say that to everybody when we was watching Game of Thrones? You ain't come over there and say, I'm gonna body this. I'm gonna body him. He's gonna catch all these hands, Hulk style. Oh, you ain't go over there and talk all that.
That doesn't even sound like me. That doesn't even sound like something I'm saying.
You did.
I'm too proper for that. That's not even me.
Bull.
So
okay.
Speaking of which, I haven't even been keeping count.
Oh, that's true. I already know.
He just cursed us now.
I did.
Yeah. So
I said no. The BS part. I didn't. I said bull. But I already know.
In the comments, you can tell us if you cursed or not. Yeah. But speaking of which, we have been keeping track so far. The swear jar agenda for Amir has gone up to
15.
15.
So far. And I got a feeling it's going to go right back up a little bit more.
Yeah, when we get into it, it's going to be fun. Mm-hmm. So that's actually 2 we went over. Yeah. Special announcements. AEW has gotten a new announcement for those of you who don't know that AEW is a rival wrestling brand.
All elite wrestling.
Exactly. So they're going to be a direct competitor. Well, we hope that they're going to be a direct competitor to the WWE. So we have always had different brands that we could watch, but something local in the United States that actually has a broadcast, they have announced that they are signing up with TNT, much like WCW did back in the past. So this is an exciting time to be a wrestling fan.
It really is. It really
have a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, because, I mean, what WWE's been putting out the last few years is really like, it's like whenever you don't have competition, you could just get lazy with it.
Exactly.
And I mean, and no disrespect to TNA and Ring of Honor, they are great independent ones, but they're not up there in the upper echelon with WWE. I truly believe with the talent that they have, not just the talent, but the behind-the-scenes talent that they have on AEW, with JR being Jim Ross being the
by God, he's broken in half. Barbecue sauce. That old guy. He got signed up.
He still got it.
Yes.
He still got
Earl Hebner, he's got it.
Yeah, Earl Hebner got it. Who else?
Goldust. For those of you who don't remember, Goldust. That guy from old WWE. He's signed up over there. It's actually run by his brother, his younger brother, Cody Rhodes. They have a match between each other.
That's going to be epic.
You also got Dream versus the Nightmare. And of course the icon.
Yes.
The best in the world, the real best in the world, Chris Jericho versus the wannabe best in the world. You're supposed to say his name. You forgot his name? You forgot
Kenny
his
Omega.
name.
It's Kenny Omega. I know what it is. I'm waiting for you.
Did you look at my cue card?
I didn't look at the cue card. I really didn't. But I mean, I was waiting. I was gonna let you take the ball.
I said Jericho, and you were. That's why.
I'm sorry.
This is the cue.
Hey, I dropped the ball. You know, I Seth Curry'd it. Tossed it right in and out of bounds. So you know I did. Yeah. So,
are we going there? Are we going there next?
No, not yet. No, not yet. No, nope. Okay. We're gonna say that. Meat and potatoes. All right. So
no. That's not Curry. You said Curry.
Yeah. I'm talking about the younger brother, but we gonna get into that.
Okay. All right. So other announcements for the week. Not announcements, but just topics. John Wick 3 was released, and so before we do that, I got to show off my bartending skills real quick.
Yeah,
so I know it's a simple drink, but since we were drinking 1800, I made a very beautiful tequila sunrise. I don't know if that's going to show up. Well, it's red and orange. I don't know if it's going to show up. I'm waiting for the delay to stop so I can actually see what I'm holding up.
You got it in the camera. It's not green. So
I didn't want it to diffuse too much, but it's it's pretty good.
Okay, Trey.
What you think?
You did pretty good.
I did pretty good. All right.
Yeah.
It's actually it did come up pretty clear. All right. Yeah, it's clear up top. So
So.
Yeah, it's blurs in sunrise. But anyway, I also want to, I've been failing on my movie buffness, so to speak, because I still haven't seen John Wick 2.
Yeah. It's the same look that Trey gave me when I said once upon a time that I didn't see all the Star Wars flicks all together. And I'm giving him that same one because the way that John Wick is, I haven't seen part 3, but the way that I'm hearing, he totally just bodies everybody in this movie. and if you've seen the first one, yeah, I mean, he did that because somebody took out his dog.
Yeah.
And it got really worse in the second one. Like, I mean, they said in the first one, I think the body count was like 80. The second one went to 120. And if I'm not mistaken, that part of that 120 was in the first 5 minutes of the movie. So, I mean, we can only expect what's going to happen. As a matter of fact, dude that played in, I think one of the bad guys in there is dude, you remember Double Dragon? The movie? You never seen Double Dragon?
Nobody remembers Double Dragon.
Oh, wow. Yes, Double Dragon, the movie.
That's obscure.
The guy that played Billy, is Jimmy is the older one or Billy is the I think
Double Dragon,
the one who played
like 20 years ago.
It's a long time. But it was, I mean,
I remember the game.
Yeah. It was a good 90s flick. I mean, it was all right. Matter of fact, the dude that played in Terminator 2, the bad guy.
The T-1000 guy?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in this?
Yeah, he's the bad guy.
I got his name. We got to look up his name so we can mention it. It's going to come to me
later on. Rick says best one of 3. So I'm
Halle Berry is in this?
Yes, she is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no, she
was in 2?
No, she's in part 3.
Oh, okay.
So
I apologize for not being on my movie buffness.
Miss Berry.
But other notable movies besides John Wick.
No, that's how they say it in the movie.
They say it like that?
Yes,
okay.
I guess the dude is French or whatever. He's like, John Wick. Yes. Yes.
So, in addition to John Wick 3, there's also the It 2 trailer that was released with the creepy naked old lady, apparently. And I'm not watching because I don't do horror movies. I know. I can't. I call myself. Really?
Excuse me.
Really?
I'm sorry.
That counts. Y'all heard that, right? Yeah, that counts. Throw another one up there for her. But there's also, I just don't do horror movies. I'm not a horror movie guy. I just, I don't want to be scared.
I could deal with some horror movies. I mean, if it's a PG-13, it's a BS one in my opinion. So I mean, I will. This looks. I was creeped out on this little trailer. I mean, the fact that Grandma was walking around is supposed to be Pennywise's daughter. I guess she's walking around and creeping the heck out of one of the girl that's in the movie. Yeah,
I don't even want to see it.
Right. It's
So besides that, the movie, I think there's going to be comical as opposed to a horror.
For people of color.
For people of color, yes.
It's going to be comical.
Ma.
Yes.
That if you guys have not seen the trailer, we'll post that later. But Ma is basically where a middle-aged
What's her name?
woman.
Olivia.
I forgot her name. That's on me. I should have got her name down.
Yeah, she was in. She was the one who fed the white people the pie in The Help.
Yes.
So
my shit. Like that's one for me.
Ding.
Dang it, I was doing so well. But that's how passionate I was about that scene in that movie.
Basically, this movie is gonna have us out of character.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
I'm
real
looking forward to this.
Because a whole bunch of privileged little yuppie kids
this
that
is
are getting their come up.
White version of Get Out, basically. So, in my opinion,
Stephen King is a national treasure. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, the fact of the matter that he has a black one. He's directing the movie?
He wrote the movie.
No, I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about what's the name? Ma.
Oh no, I don't know.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm talking.
We got to look
talking about Ma.
So we'll Olivia Spencer.
Olivia Spencer. Yes.
Thanks, Rick. Rick also said Robert Patrick was the T-1000.
Yes.
And the dragon brother that is in John Wick 3.
John Wick
is Mark DeCasaco.
Rick, keep this up. You're gonna get a production credit.
Hey, we appreciate it.
Ma.
So, but besides that, did you guys see they're bringing? Is it a remake or is they're doing Maleficent over again?
It's the
looks like it's a remake.
It's the sequel. It's the sequel to the last one.
But it was the same thing. Like
I don't know where they're gonna go with this one. Surprisingly, the last one wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but I mean,
my wife put me on to because I really didn't care for Sleeping Beauty.
I bootlegged it.
I'm saying as far we didn't go to the movies to see. I'm saying as far as like just the fact that I was actually somewhat entertained by it. I was like, okay.
I mean, wasn't that the same summer of like the duplicate movies? Because you had like 2 Herculeses, then you had Snow White and the Huntsman and Maleficent.
Yes.
It was. It definitely was a pretty good movie.
Bug's Life.
Yeah,
all of it. You're right.
It's doubling up on everything.
Was Armageddon and Deep Impact? Was that the same? No, that was further back. But
no, it was around the same time.
Armageddon and Deep Impact.
It was within like a 2-year span.
Concept. Hollywood this is just proof that Hollywood is running out of ideas.
Yeah.
So if you have ideas out there, don't be scared. This is my soapbox moment. If you have a dream or an idea, look at us. Thankfully, we can come together as friends and collaborate to do something like this. But don't be scared to do it. Stand up, be motivated, and just go out and do it because they are starving for ideas.
I'm telling you, they
do it.
The fact that they're bringing it back, so many things, it's just, come on, we need some originality. I mean, at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, they're bringing back shows from like 20 years ago. I mean,
I'm waiting for another live-action Bewitched movie. That's what I'm waiting for. Like it's going to happen. Or no, you know what they haven't done yet? They haven't done the Love Boat movie. They haven't done. haven't done Gilligan's Island movie.
Yeah,
it's coming.
No.
Something like
in 2022 it's going to be happening.
Look at what's the guy who did Get Out? Was it Michael Peel? There's a Michael Peel. No.
Jordan
Peele. Michael Key is the other one. Jordan Peele, look at him. He had an original screenplay and won an Oscar for it. Yep. Don't be hindered by your own insecurities.
Yes.
Don't let it happen to you.
Yes.
So I'm also excited because this is the series finale of Game of Thrones. Did you guys see? We don't have the rights to that. Did you guys see the last episode? Like, what do you guys think of it? Did you enjoy it? Were you like? There's been a lot of people that are disappointed with the season.
Okay, so me coming in as a person who just finished up last season and coming in on this season. You know what? A lot of people were sitting there saying, as far as, why did Dany just go the F off? Well, I mean, if you look at her history, I mean, she's literally been burning people every year.
Yeah.
She had that premonition of she going into where the Iron Throne is, and the whole entire castle is demolished, and it looks like it's snow, when really it's ashes.
Yep.
And I mean, and it's literally just demolished.
That's so
this is, I mean, it's sorry, it's kind of funny. Nah, this one's actually funny too.
They would defend the. I don't know about that. Mm-hmm.
But no, Consequence one was funny. What's the name? But when they basically are telling you every single thing leading up to it. So I mean, yeah, when she heard the bell, she could have stopped,
but
and she OD'd.
You killed Masonic.
I'm gonna say this though. I know this is sick. I actually kind of enjoyed it.
I was cackling like a madman.
Oh my god!
When she finally got to do what she got, that means like none of you are safe.
And then the fact that she said this in season 2 and people are not grasping on it. I'm going to take what is mine by blood and fire. Literally.
Mm-hmm. The Thanos went. Oh god.
Oh man.
But it was everything I hoped it would be. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't disappointed.
There was one thing I was disappointed about, and I'll let you go. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I wasn't disappointed. I was thoroughly entertained, and because I'm a little bit of a litter bug, I'm not gonna lie, but I was thoroughly entertained that she's finally getting to blow off some steam. I thought they were gonna murder her.
Leroy Chicken.
I thought they were gonna murder her dragon, her last dragon, and it's gonna be her armies fighting. No, you have been building up.
Leroy Chicken.
It is hilarious. But oh man, I love that. Oh man. But I was thoroughly entertained.
Oh,
but she's definitely living up to her name as the Mad Queen.
God,
but honorable mention goes out to Grey Worm because he kicked it all off. Grey Worm has been pretty much a silent character.
Savage.
And he was like, "Oh, pull back. No.
He's like, pull back.
F that.
Pull back.
Spear to the chest, like he's taking people out. Like,
man,
no, you killed my love.
That man
you
went
killed my
Soulja
girl.
Boy. He was like, pull back. Pull back.
No. But finally, after all this preamble and everything that we finally got to see, Cersei's end. Now that was the
one thing I was.
That was not satisfying.
I talked to my dad about this. He said this. I would have been satisfied if the dragon came out of nowhere and just chopped her head and just bit her head off or bit head. Like that would have been satisfying for us.
That'd have been. They couldn't. She was pregnant. They couldn't do that. Would be a little bit over.
The dragon was busy doing dragon.
Exactly.
Ding. Me personally, I got a theory. I think she's still alive.
How? If she calls out trouble,
we saw what's his name? My man, what's his name? We thought that he was dead at the wall, and he came back and we.
Yeah, but we didn't see him fall down and rubble crack.
Yeah,
like, we just saw they saw them looking at the dragon blowing the wall up, and then they cut away.
All I'm saying is this: it will be very satisfying.
They showed rocks falling around them. They did. They not
so satisfying.
Was she Super Saiyan Cersei? No.
No, I'm just saying it would be so satisfying if she came back and somebody beheaded her. It would be satisfying.
Dude, the bells
she died twice.
The bells rang. Ding dong. The bitch is dead. Count it up. So that's the end of Cersei. So speaking.
Leroy Jenkins. I'm sorry. I'm finally. We share messages throughout the week so we can post it up to you guys on the show. And
people can't love God if there's no people. It's just the memeage that has been coming out of this.
And I finally seen what Leroy Jenkins is because they've been so I was like, what is Leroy Jenkins? I finally went on and I seen and I literally am
You never saw it before?
Huh?
You never saw it before?
I never saw it. And then when I saw the Family Guy's version of it, that did it for me.
Yes.
So if they don't know, they need to go ahead and YouTube
Leroy Jenkins.
Yes, definitely.
They had it on. They had a Game of Thrones version of it when it was made with Jon Snow straight.
Basically. Yeah. You You got a whole drink over there.
It's hilarious, man.
Let's take a shot for
Leroy Jenkins.
Take a shot for Leroy Jenkins.
Oh man.
But
that is hilarious.
Speaking of moms, last week we had our, and I do, so I'm not going to apologize for it because we think we did a great job. Some people
we did.
had messaged me saying that we weren't live, and I'm like, well, we want to do something special for moms and still have a chance to be around our moms.
And we still gave y'all a show.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Don't be
But there are some funny moments from that show that have carried on into this one.
Tack on one on mine. Fuck. There we go. Tack on. I think I have a feeling I'm gonna tack on because these guys put something together, and
I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it.
I got a feeling that I'm just gonna have to put two more up there. I'll let you know when I'm getting ready to. So,
but my main thing from it is don't use my government name, Bama.
Oh, you really want to go there?
You got one, I got one. We gonna have this curse meter up all the way. Stop using people's governments. All willy-nilly. But, we had mentions of the Debo story. I'm sorry, I didn't take my shot. Yeah, mentions of the Debo story, which was just me. And you want to find out about that, go back. And then you get to find out who the pretty nitty baby is. And it's kind of funny.
I don't do housework. I don't do man's work.
Man's work. I don't do man's work, which is hilarious. We have to find that. But the best part of the episode, in my opinion, was Herb. Yeah. You just go ahead.
Yeah.
Let it happen. Roll that footage.
Come along and want to help. And Eric would very conveniently assign her his task.
Wow. Wow.
That's great. I did not know that. I believe that, I could succeed in pretty much anything I chose to do.
Yeah.
And, my passion was art. The family, the Washington family, that clan, freaking cartel run by.
And if you want to do art, you can do that too, but you got to get your education. And so then he said, I'll be an art major. I said, that you won't do. Because I said, you've heard of starving artists. I don't think you want to be starving. So no, you can be talented without putting your education into focusing on majoring in art. So, we didn't really agree on that point.
That was that different.
But,
Real quick, that was that different time between, technology and art really started to get together. You gotta get that closer to the camera.
Oh man, I don't know if y'all can see this, but yeah, Herb, your enthusiasm was amazing for that show. It was great. You arms are folded. You're not about to fall asleep again, are you? Middle fingers count.
No, it is not. I'm scratching my eyebrow. Although I have some things that if you can read my mind right now.
How do you fall asleep? How do you fall asleep? Like how?
Okay, so for y'all who don't know, I work night shift, and I rarely get any sleep. So usually whenever we're recording, as you guys know, I'm always up. And this was recorded after our last show. I was tired out of my mind. And if you even seen the fact that after I dozed off, I came right back up like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, because I elbowed this time in the kidney.
And I was like,
and he was like, I'm listening, I'm listening.
And I was listening, it's just that my eyes weren't.
It was eyes, flying my eyes. I was trying to suffocate them. Yeah, all of it.
It definitely was embarrassing. I mean, it's, even tapping on the embarrassing little moments that my mother decided to talk about, it's definitely nothing I'm proud of, but who needs friends when you have enemies? Who needs enemies when you have friends like these?
We enemies nowadays.
I mean, these guys just, man. Amora said, Rita says,
Red Bull gives you wings, dog.
You know what? Rita, there's something read between the lines, okay?
Wow, he is finding creative ways not to curse. That's hilarious.
Terrence, yeah. You read between the lines too, man.
Oh, so I really don't.
Oh, she said the Negro got narcolepsy. By the way,
that same lack of energy.
You know, I'm a good sport about it. It was funny.
It was hilarious.
Because I mean, everybody was laughing at me at my expense of dozing off.
My mother was on the floor. Literally.
Definitely not proud of it. Especially when we're trying to get out our dreams. And here I am just working my, you know what? I'm on it. So be a man about it.
We gotta do we have to do this? Do we have to do this? Do we really?
We have to. We have to address it. You have to address it. And if you want me to take over it, I'll take over.
You go.
Okay, we're going to talk about Aisha Curry. This one is, I know it's a sensitive subject. And us at Blurs and Whiskey, we are sensitive to everybody's opinions. But we're also going to give our opinions. This isn't anything to slander women at all. We are just going to state what we think. And I'm only speaking for the male perspective. I can never sit there and say how a woman is, say what a woman should feel like. I'm a guy, so what the heck would I know about it?
Sharita said, nope, not today, Satan.
I'm not gonna say anything disrespectful. I'm not. I'm going to say, as far as us, we will never understand what it's like to be a woman. Same as a woman would never understand what it's like to be a man. I look at it as she has so many blessings, and she can tell me every which way how she feels, and I will listen to her, and I will accept every single thing that she says. Me personally, I can accept it, but I won't understand because she is a female, and female have different opinions that guys may have different opinions about. We will never understand what it's like to be a woman. We applaud you for all that you do. I mean, the fact that you guys are willing to give birth. I mean, painful as hell. So I mean,
it's a lot. So
it's a lot. So I mean,
just to clarify what I was when I shared the statement, the poll that we had last week, Rick said it's a trap. I just wanted to have an understanding of. I wanted to have an understanding of the insecurity perspective, but I concede. I'm letting it go. Yeah. It's not our business. I'm gonna drop it. It's you are entitled to have your feelings, your perspective.
No, after that, man, I'm going in. No, I'm just playing. I'm playing.
So I'm gonna take this mouse, and if you have comments or concerns, I'm gonna go ahead and unlock these calls and take whatever medicine's coming my way, because I got a feeling that somebody's about to call in here and say something crazy. But we're just gonna leave that open.
It's a trap.
And that number to call, of course, is 443-371. 3155. So if you want to call and speak to us, you can definitely do it.
Yeah,
not like this.
It's not like this. I do feel that it is a woman's position to state how she feels about it. I'm not gonna sit there and take anything away from her. Me personally, I'm speaking for the guy's perspective. If I had a wife that was making $200 million just on playing basketball, I don't care about other people's outside opinions, because I know that I love my wife. My wife loves me. She does every single thing, and that's me. I can never state how a woman will feel on that situation. I will never know. I mean, that's the way that whoever you believe in, that's the way I feel God made that. I mean, I will never know what it's like. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what you guys feel like, because I sure as hell don't know. So, in that situation...
I agree to disagree. You feel free to give us a call if you want to come and call it.
And by all means, I mean...
But it's not going to be a disagreement.
It's not going to be a disagreement, because I don't know what it's like to be a woman, and I will never understand what it's like to be a woman. So I want to put that out there, because I've had plenty of women that came at me pretty harsh, and I was like, I don't know what it's like to be you guys.
Exactly.
I will never know what it's like.
Exactly.
And same goes as far as they will never understand what it's like to be a guy.
Exactly. So there's duality to everything. We done with that?
I'm done.
We done with that. All right. So we let that go. On a lighter note.
Yeah. On a lighter note, what's his name? Oh, Robert Pattinson.
Yeah. So there's an announcement that we have a new Batman. This is the 14th Batman we've had so far. But after seeing a couple of the pictures of fan arts and photoshops, basically, of Robert Pattinson playing the role of Bruce Wayne, I think he would fit it. I don't know if he's going to be able to get the body build set up.
I'm sorry.
But because he's always going to be the scrawny Twilight sparkle guy. But for those of you who don't know, Robert Pattinson is the main character. I can't talk. It's tequila. Robert Pattinson. It was the main character from the Twilight series. Edward.
I don't know. I ain't watching.
Sparkle Fingers.
Nobody cares.
Edward Sparkle Fingers. So
I don't care. I'm telling you. I'm sorry for those who care about. I don't give a. You know what about it? I don't.
Yeah. So but maybe the dark, brooding, emotionally centered. Maybe he's gonna do the voice. Yes. Hopefully he does the voice, and it's not some voice modulation.
Is it Cedric Diggory?
I said Pattinson. I said Pattinson, didn't I?
The character in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Back, when he was
first started
cool.
out. Yeah. He was cool
in Harry Potter.
He was cool
in Harry Potter.
He was. We'll be at this all day, so I'm not trying to get attacked by the Potter heads out there. But Slytherin. Yeah, we're definitely Slytherin. Guess what herb it is? We all took that test to see. Don't look at me like that. Don't side eye me. I do the side eyes on this show.
No, I don't watch it. I don't watch this shit anyway. Tag it on another.
Oh, you got another one. All right.
I don't care.
He's a Hufflepuff. I have no idea what it means. So, I'm looking forward to him playing that role. And
you know what? And I'm sorry. They haven't said this that it's official, but I would thoroughly enjoy this if Michael Keaton comes back as Bruce Wayne as an older one like Batman.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Do we have that photo? We have the photo of him and playing Terry.
I think it should be in the slideshow.
It should be in the slideshow.
So,
okay.
yeah.
So if you see it, it's where they have the Batman Beyond, which is Batman gets older and he has the adopted
Alfred's
son.
dead.
Yeah, Alfred's dead. Batman's like 70,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen people say his other movies, other than Twilight movies, that he is a good actor and can. Yeah.
Terrence, I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I trust your judgment in a lot of things. I don't know about this. I genuinely don't know because the only thing I seen him in is Twilight. And I can't unsee him as. I mean, what you're a vampire? You're a vampire.
He's always gonna be Edward Sparklefingers to me. That's if I meet him in person, it's gonna be, hey, Edward Sparklefingers, how you doing today? Like, no, you can't ruin. You can't ruin vampires. You can't do that.
Somewhere in my dark demented mind, I'm just waiting on Blade to just come out of nowhere.
We should have loaded that meme. But no. And to reply to Rick, if you love Michael Keaton Batman, you can't judge the selection of the new Batman. I'm looking forward to it. I think he's gonna be.
The last one was Ben Affleck was actually all right. It was all right to me. I mean, I'm not saying it was the best of all time. I'm just saying.
We will be here all night if we get into that Batfleck. If we get into Batfleck, we'll be here all day. Okay? No, I'm not doing it. That's a whole.
Well, Corey says, "I'll take it as long as they have the good story." Yeah, and that's in all honesty. But I don't want Batman or Superman. I really don't. I want to have a good movie. I want to have a thoroughly good Batman. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. And I mean, if the character, because here's the thing, and the one with Joker, what's his name? What's my man's name? Heath Ledger. I just thought what's his name? Christian Bale was just alright. Yes. Joker stole a show. Yes. Like, seriously,
yes. He
made him like, okay, I'm riding with Joker.
Exactly. So, but I'm not saying that he won't make a good Batman. I'm just saying I'm actually looking forward to it because Batman is a very depressing character if you think about it. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good thing. But we have to change gears now, and I'm going to need
another one.
So, in retrospect of what we were speaking of earlier, as far as respecting wishes, I personally wanted to talk about this issue because it is something that affects people that I love, people that I know, and just people in general. I wanted to talk about this. Basically, recently, what is becoming more so to light are the abortion laws that are taking place within this country. Recently. And it's not funny.
It's depressing.
It's depressing.
It really is. I'm not even. It's not laughing.
It's ridiculous. It's deplorable. I honestly feel like the people in our government is run by idiots, liars, shysters, and just hypocrites.
Old ass white guys that wants to go ahead and control the woman's vagina. Control. Yeah. So that's what they attack on another one. I don't care.
Vagina doesn't count.
No, I'm talking about old ass white.
Oh, okay. Yeah, tack that on. But yeah, it's definitely. And I don't agree with the notion that. So let me preface this properly. Recently, it's come to light that Georgia, Ohio, Alabama, Arkansas, Mississippi, Missouri, and Utah have started to sign heartbeat laws and basically what did he call it? Anti-abortion laws.
Yeah, anti-abortion.
Luckily, we are located in Maryland, where the laws are a little bit more liberal, and the pro-choice is flourishing, so to speak. Yeah. But it's a shame that they're now making these felony situations and also making it so that women can't travel to other states or out of country to.
And even going as far as this, I'm going to cut you off. Sorry. Even as going as far as if the doctor does the procedure, he might get a
murder charge.
No, not a murder charge. They trying to put him on death row.
Oh, okay.
He gets the death penalty for it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, and I think we need to do everything possible to prevent.
And here's the thing: we're not even saying as far as we can't women. If you're pro-life, that's your opinion. Yeah. But at the same time, it's a woman's right because I just said this. It's not our place as men, and a majority of those people that's on the panel that's making those votes are men. It's not our place. When are we gonna learn that it's just not like this meme right here? Yeah, when you you whacking one off. I mean, you basically killing millions of. I mean, hey, I mean,
we're all murderers.
Yeah, I mean,
spirit fingers. Yeah. So, I mean, not to make light of a serious situation,
I mean, but all joking aside, it really is like who the F are you to go ahead and say?
Good save.
Yeah, I really did. Who the F are you to go ahead and tell a woman what they can't do it or not? Not, I mean, and then you saying it on top of the fact that women who are raped, they have to keep it. I mean, and we're not gonna put that on that like they have to live with that their whole entire life.
Yes.
And then this kid that's brought into the world, and then incest. Mm-hmm. These kids are brought into the world that they had no choice of. And Corey's calling. Okay.
Corey's calling. All right, so Blurs and Whiskey Live. It's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb. What's
up,
going on, Corey?
So I decided to be controversial today. Here's what I think. Ultimately, those people who live there have no one to blame but themselves, because this is something that those politicians have been talking about since day one. So to me, if you don't vote, shut up. I don't really want to hear it from people who didn't vote. And those laws are going into places where they knew people wouldn't vote, like your Ohio's and your Georgia's and your Alabamas. These are all places that don't have a lot of black people. Mm-hmm. And if you notice, that's where these things are happening. So they know, well, there's not a lot of black people here. A lot of black people get pregnant. So the best way to keep them in poverty is to make them have these children. I mean, that's ultimately what it boils down to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, I see what you're saying. Because, I mean, like, the only black people I know that live in Utah play for the Jazz. And the only other people that...
They got a bunch of kids, they
I mean, it's just...
Sorry.
I mean, but I'm just saying, as far as... I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. And in a way, I kind of understand what he's saying. And,
mm-hmm.
and I agree to it to an extent.
They voted for representatives or chose not to.
Yeah, or chose not
but guys, listen. You have to take into the fact that we have different things that come into place to prevent people of color from voting or being able to vote.
They know what they're doing.
So systemically,
they know what they're doing.
I understand. I understand.
We can't fully say that it's all on the people.
Look at what they're doing. It's a plan that they've had in place for a long time.
Yeah.
It's just taking a while for them to get there. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. I mean, even the dumb in the office, if he had a choice, he's just saying what benefits him now. Because when he gets to Utah or Georgia or wherever, he's going to say, "I always agree." I mean, you just have to look at that to me.
Yeah. So I think that there are degreeing levels to blame, yes, but I wouldn't put too much of that level on people voting. I really think that the people that are in control, it's mainly them making that decision. And like I said at the beginning of this, they're hypocrites, they're liars, so on and so forth. Because there's a story from 2017 that I recently posted where there was a senator who was a proponent of abortion, of abolishing abortion, who had a mistress, who had the receipts. And shared she had the receipts.
The irony of it is hilarious.
Yeah, so
it's not funny, but the irony behind that is hilarious. Because you're the same person saying, "No, we need the dead abortion," pun intended. And I mean, okay, well,
we lost him.
We lost him. But thanks for calling in, Corey. But nah, like what you're saying, Trey, as far as like
you're a hypocrite.
You're sitting there saying like, "Oh, we need to dead this," but then you shoot the club up and your mistress. And now you got a little baby.
Like in those cases, in those cases only where you are dealing with somebody who can affect change, like I place a little bit of a blame on that individual woman. Not all women. I'm not saying that. That individual woman, you know who he is, you know what he's about, and you allowed him to shoot up your club. So there's a level of personal responsibility with that individual. She should have known.
Say it again.
There's a level of personal responsibility with that individual.
One more time.
With that individual.
One more time for the other people.
That individual person.
So we don't need no.
I'm not saying anybody's saying that. I'm not saying no. There are extenuating circumstances where you know, things happen, like as far as rape or incest, or you know that you,
one more time, man. One more time.
There are extenuating circumstances
Okay.
where abortion is almost required, where it's almost it should be legal. Point blank and simple, it should be completely legal to do what you want with your body.
It's
and your
not
choice.
your goddamn business. It's not.
It's not.
It's not your business.
These what would be the proper term? The Elizabethan mindset of these people who are in a position of power.
Tack on another one. Crack ass cracker.
There you go.
I mean,
but you know, we have to.
What am I at
but
right
the
now?
issue that I mainly have about this situation, we don't even know where to counter it. What I want to say this is though, some people thought that we should not have spoken about this because we are two men. I disagree completely. I think as though our opinions matter because also our votes matter. We are your ally. So you would want us to be able to speak on this situation, and you would want us to have a voice. And not to say that it's good the fact that our voices are heard first. That is a problem with our society. But you want us to speak on it on a platform and tell everybody that, hey, we are your allies. We do agree with you. And we don't want you to sit at home and be just pregnant barefoot in the kitchen. We don't want that for you. We want you to be as successful as anybody possibly can in this world. So we're your allies. Don't tell guys your opinion doesn't matter.
No,
that really irked me. That really pissed me off, in all honesty. So
piss you off to say a curse word? Come on, man. I'm dying, man. I'm gonna say
I know you are. I know you are, and I'm enjoying every bit of it because you also go get these hands afterwards, and we got another call. So, Blurs and Whiskey. This is your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb. What's up, Rita?
Hey. So I had to call in on this one, especially with your last comment of people saying they didn't think that you all should speak on this. If you're coming out as an advocate and an ally to women's rights, then you have every right to speak on something in terms to abortion, especially if it's in reference to rape and things of that nature, incest, the list goes on. Do I think it's partially the people in Alabama's fault? Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that they had some kind of vote towards it before it became law. And so if you don't take those things seriously, just like the same people when we were doing the elections for Donald Trump and they were voting for Harambe, that's your fault. Like, you have to take ownership in your part to some of these things. You can't come out and outrage after the fact when you had the opportunity to change things or to make things different. So in that aspect, I want you guys to know that I completely support you all for thinking of women and thinking about the women in your family and your friends and things of that nature and saying, hey, these are our bodies. And if this is something that we prefer to do, then we do that. And if we don't, then we don't. But you're absolutely right. You have all of these politicians, especially white male politicians, who got babies all over the place and have abortion receipts all over the place. But yet you're the one saying, because you're in front of your friends now, oh no, this is wrong. So I just had to call in to give my support of you guys in that aspect.
Thank you, Rita.
And Thank you, Herb, for, sending your money. And Trey, I'm just going to say, run me Amir's money, and then I'm done. Okay,
I got
Wow.
you. See, what happened is I got money in my checking, but it's in my savings.
She just shut it down on you, man.
I got you. 'Cause
I mean,
we gonna talk, though. We gonna
pay
talk.
up, N-word, pay
I'm
up.
see her in person because all I got is cash right now. Anyway.
the way his bank is set up, and then the checking account and the savings account, you gotta check it over there and check it over there. Yeah, so but yes, all joking aside, though, seriously, thanks, Rita, for having our back on this, because I mean, we truly think it's not a guy's place.
The DMs have been a war zone right
now. Man.
War zone. But I did do a little research because I was not particularly knowledgeable about the laws of abortion for my state, Maryland. So I did do some research as far as finding out what's going on, and a lot of the luckily we are in a liberal state, so women have the right here to pretty much do things up. I believe it's up to 26 weeks, and if they wanted to go through that process. So I'm not going to list any particular locations where you can go. I didn't go that deep into it. You can do that on your own.
Yeah,
if you have that situation,
you have to go ahead and take care of that.
But as far as a lot of the websites, as far as Maryland laws goes, only professional doctors are able to actually complete this procedure. It's legal in the case of there's a rape, incest, health, like if it's dangerous health towards the mother, or there's a damaged fetus, and that using that quotation because I'm not calling anybody children or anything like that. Or in a situation of an adolescence, there only has to be one parent that is notified. That has to be present for this procedure to happen. Mm-hmm. There's no mandatory waiting period, and there's no counseling period that is in place here in the state of Maryland. Yeah. So you guys can do your own research and find out about it if you're in that situation where you have to go through that and you have to, make that choice. Again, it's your choice.
And one thing just to piggyback on what you're saying, as far as women, like I said earlier, we will never understand what it's like to be a woman because we're a man. Mm-hmm. But we have your back on this. We will never understand what it's like to carry around a baby for 9 months, or even just going in my situation with me and my wife with Miles. He was a preemie, so I mean, and just having to go through the stress of worrying about is everything gonna be okay? And I mean, I tell a story about like what happened when Miles was born. I was nervous as I don't know what, and I literally fell out the chair because I wasn't sure what was gonna happen. Funny story about it. I'll get into that later. But just the fact that we're here, we got your back. And I know that there's some guys, and we're not talking about all white men, because some white men out there do have your back, your best interest at heart. But
men are not the enemy. Some men are.
Yeah, because and here's the thing: even if you're pro-life, you could be pro-life, but it's not your choice. It's not your choice. Let me say it one more time. It's not your choice, because you're not the one that's sitting here. Better yet, I saw this meme and I thought it was funny, but at the same time, it spoke volumes. Mm-hmm. If you don't want to have what's the name of it, abortions, get a vasectomy. You don't worry about it then. Snip, snip.
Unless your last name is Cromartie.
I'm not, nobody's coming near me with a blade.
You know what?
But at the same time, I'm about to be crass. At the same time, I am pull-out champ, 11 years of running.
I'm going to tell you this. I have no problem getting snipped.
So you married, so you can do that.
But I'm saying this, I don't want no oops. And I mean,
Corey said, can he be controversial now? What else?
We actually want to lighten it up. We're trying to, we want to wrap up on a high note.
Yeah, so...
we about to play Street Fighter. I got a live poll ready to go up.
What's the live poll? What is the live poll?
Who's gonna take the cup? Who's gonna take the Street Fighter cup out of the three of us?
You already know that. You should know. You should know.
Okay, well,
so I want to know what type of wardrobe are you gonna wear today, man?
Oh man, this man is the green. We're gonna start calling him the Green Goblin for this show.
Green Lantern, Green Goblin.
I just like.
Why don't you fill them in?
The Invisible Man.
That transition was trash. So let's officially transition it. We still got 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So after the show, if you didn't notice anything, we're actually going to play Street Fighter because he's been talking trash about Mortal Kombat.
I talk very little trash about Mortal Kombat.
I'm not really. I talk trash because I'm trash. I talk trash. Period. So.
And he got his.
I did not. I beat you twice. You beat me twice.
No,
everybody else beat me.
I didn't talk about
everybody else beat me.
I'm talking about your overall record. Hold on a second. If we were playing football right now, and
do you really want to start with football?
Let's go. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about as far as if my record is 11-5 and yours is 9-7. I mean, hey, I had the better record. Yeah, we went half and half on that joint, but we went. We got the poll. We got the poll right here. Who's gonna take the Street Fighter Cup? I'm going to go with her.
I'm not even gonna vote because it's a foregone conclusion. But you are.
By the way, I'm just gonna put this out here. I'm going to say this, and Trey can get PO'd. I don't care. If I win this one because he was talking so much stuff behind the screen, if I beat him in the first round, I quit. I'm going Bill Murray on Space Jam. I'm going out undefeated and untied.
So that is.
I'll go ahead and play.
That is the
play for you guys, but
That is the no. Let me finish. That is the epitome of bitch assness.
Ding ding.
Right there. The epitome of it.
I got it.
So
you gotta respect the fact that
So I choose my curse words very carefully. However, if you beat me in the first round, you have I will never play Street Fighter again. I will make that agreement now. However, just to drive it home, so you understand, you are about to waken the dragon up in here. But you're a Skins fan, right?
Yeah.
So when we played Dallas, and we win one, and they win one, do you feel like they did better that year than the other team did?
I'm going by overall record.
I asked you a specific question for a specific parametering.
Okay.
Dallas versus Skins.
Yeah.
We win one, they win one. Is that an even split?
It's an even split.
All right. So you can't say.
No, I said
you can't say.
I said earlier that we have an even split. I'm talking about your overall record. Before me and him, it was a tie. I'll give you that.
You know
but
what?
I'm saying as far as what did you do outside of me? Because obviously I pissed you off so bad that you literally just
So in this situation, you were Dallas.
In this situation, you were
No,
don't never put me in no.
Listen to me.
Say somebody else. Say somebody else.
Hypothetically speaking.
No,
you're Dallas.
We're not even gonna do hypothetically because I don't affiliate with those BANs. You know, you put the words together. You know what BAN stand for. Don't put my name in there. No. Because now I'm going all in for the gusto. I want to beat your bleep right now. Get the sticks. Run it right now.
So
I'm not.
you want to see what happens.
You got me pissed off right now. Now you got me pissed off, Trey.
So now.
I'm going to beat this NIGGASS right now.
He swolled up too.
He done put.
He flexing the muscles. He got up. Come back on the screen.
I'm going to beat this.
Let's go. Let's do this. I'm excited. Right. So we're gonna wrap this up.
You better put some respect on my name, Trey.
Take that last shot.
Oh man,
don't dare disrespect me like that.
It's going down.
He done disrespect. He done took the gloves off now, man.
My bad.
Are you good, man? I mean, you ain't good, but you good.
I made the Bama get up.
He done pissed me off now, man.
Do it. I can't wait. You see how I just transfer my anger over? But anyway, you want to lead us out?
Yeah, okay. So, like we said from the jump, be sure to like, share, subscribe. See, you done got me effed up right now. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment on our Facebook, YouTube, and Castbox platforms.
Blerdsandwhiskey.com. You got to spell out the and.
Blurs and A&D.
Can I do that, OCG? Are you going to come on camera?
He coming for everybody. He's coming for everybody.
Yo, you going to let me do this?
This tequila got people acting totally.
No, it's plucking my nerves, man.
You got to break it because we messed up the voice modulation.
Okay, so. Woosah.
Still gonna catch these hands.
Okay. Yeah, what? All right. Going on a better note, I'm going to go and say, like, share, and subscribe to all of our platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and Castbox. Be sure to go on blerdsandwhiskey.com to go and see all of our episodes, and go ahead and pick up some merchandise as well. Like you see with this one right here. It's a beautiful cup. It has the Blurs and Whiskey logo, and it also has Come Take This Shot. We also have t-shirts, bags, stickers,
phone cases,
everything. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe us on YouTube. Like I just said, I'm really trying my best to keep my temper down. I went from like 20 to 3. So at this point right now, thank you. Don't make me break this goddamn cup, man.
You gotta poke the bear sometimes. You got too quiet. So let's go ahead and close it out, homie.
Okay. Up to it, down to it. Those who don't do it, we do it because we used to it. Drink.
Stick around for the hangover. It's coming.